Hello everyone. This video will discuss Python database application programming interface. For this, we are using MySQL as backend database. In the previous video, we have already designed a small application program, employee management system. For front-end design, we are using Python tkinter. From tkinter we have to import everything. From tkinter we have to import ttk and message box. First we have to import mysql.connector as any variable name. Here I am using sql1. Then we have to establish a connection by using a connection object which accesses the database. mycon is equal to sql1.connect and we are having 4 parameters. First one is host, which is localhost, user, it is root, password, it may vary. Whatever password you gave at the time of SQL, you have to give that password only. Now it's time to create cursor object. Cursor object provides a way to operate or execute queries. That means we can insert rows, delete rows from a table. We can also create database, create table and execute select query. To interact with backend we need a database. For this we have to write cursor.execute create database and database name. In our case it is new employees. After creating the database we are simply printing a message, database created successfully. Now as the database is created we can create tables and in the tables we can insert data, update data and delete data. We have executed the program, it looks pretty good. As the database is created, now we'll comment the statement with a hash sign and we will use the database. For that we have to write database is equal to new employees. Now we will write a condition so that it will check if it is connected to the database. For that we have to write if mycon is connected. It is a function. It will give either true or false. If it will give false, then there is an error in connecting to the database. And if it is true, then we can create a table by writing cursor.execute create table and we have to give the field names with data type. The syntax to create a table is create table, table name, field name with data type. Here there are 4 fields: employee number, employee name, employee address and employee phone number. We can create the data type as per our requirement. Here in our case we have created employee number as integer, employee name as character, employee address as varchar and phone number also varchar. We can define the data types as per our requirement. We can also define primary key After creating the table, we are printing table created successfully. If we will execute the code, then we will get table created successfully message. You can see the result. We have executed the program and you can see we are having the message table created successfully and we are able to see the form. Now we have to write the command for each button. First one is view all, command will be view all. Second one is search employee, command will be search employee, and so on. We have to write for add employee, update employee, delete employee, and close. After defining the commands, we have to write the function definitions for these commands. First, we will define view all function. In view all function, we will be able to view all the records that is in employees. For that, we have to execute select star from new employee. All the records will be available. Rows is equal to cursor dot fetch all will fetch all the records and it will store in rows. Now we can loop through rows to get each and every record and we can insert that data in a list box. Here I have inserted only one field, but we can keep many fields in the list box. For that we have to write str row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, as many as field names as you want. List1 dot insert will insert the fields in the list box. Here I am adding only one row. It will show only employee name. To insert a record in the database, we have to execute insert query, and for that we have to write code, and this we are writing in function add employee. There are 4 text boxes in our form and we have to collect these 4 datas and it is stored in E1, E2, E3 and E4. E1.get will collect the data entered by the user and we can store in a variable. Here we are using E number as variable to store employee number. The data collected by E2 is employee name, data collected by E3 is employee address, and data collected in E4 is employee phone number. These we are storing in variables E number, E name, E address and E phone number. The user should fill all the datas. If not, then we will have a message. If E1.get, E2.get, E3.get and E4.get is a null string, then it will show the message. And we are showing the message insert status. Instead of delete, you can write insert status and all fields are compulsory. The message you can write as per your interest, whatever you want to show to the user. Now S got all the datas from user. Now we can run our insert query. For this we have to write st is equal to insert into table name, then we have to write within bracket all the field names, values, then we have to write within bracket curly braces for integers and curly braces with single quote for string values. We have to write double quote. After that we have to write dot format and all the variable names. The variable names are e-number, e-name, e-address and e-phone number. Now our insert query is ready. As you know, after insert, update and delete query, we have to write commit function. We have to write mycursor.execute st and mycon.commit. After insertion work, we have to clean the text boxes. For that we have to write e1.delete 0, end. The same code we can copy for update and delete employee functions, but the SQL syntax will change. We have to change the function name. It will be update employee. The message info will also change. It will be update status and we have to fill all the fields. The query to update data in a table is update table name set field name is equal to, if it is a string then you have to put curly braces and single quote will be there. If it is a integer then you do not have to put single quote. Where emp number is equal to, this is a parameterized query. We are passing the values e name, e address, e phone number and e number. Now we have to run the query by writing cursor.execute. As you know, for update query we have to write mycon.commit. As we have done in insert function, we have to do in update function also. We have to delete all the fields. Now we'll define delete employee function. To delete a employee we need only employee number and we have to run delete query. e1.get will get the employee number from the user, and if e1 is an empty string then a message will pop up, delete status, employee number is necessary. If there is any data in e1 then the delete query will be executed. Delete from employee, where employee number is equal to, within curly braces you have to put double quote, dot format e_no. We don't have to write e-name, e-address because we only need employee number. After delete also we have to run mycon.commit function. Now we will write the function close. It will ask from the user, do you want to exit If the user will type yes, then the program will close. If the user will type no, then the program will remain open and the user can insert, update, edit employees. The code to insert a new employee, to update an existing employee, to delete an employee is already there. Now we will discuss how can you search an employee details if you know the employee number of that particular employee. For this we have to write code search employee. To search an employee we only need employee number. If employee number is there, we can run a select query by giving employee number and we can get all the details from the backend database. Now we will write dev search employee function. We need only employee number. We have to change the message that to be shown if employee number text box is not filled. Here we are showing search status employee number is necessary. If employee number is there, then we can run select star from new employees where employee number is equal to, we have to give dot format ENO. Here I am making one change because in delete query also I need only E number, that is employee number, dot format ENO. Now we have to get all the records by using the function cursor.fetchAll. It will access all the records and keep in rows. Now we can loop through rows and we can read one by one record. But to search one employee, we can use fetch one also, and there will be only one record with a particular employee number, and we can get data, employee name, employee address, employee phone number from the database, and we can show in E2, E3, E4 by using E2.insert 0, row 1, E3.insert 0, row 2 and E4.insert 0, row 3. Now we will execute the query. First we will insert an employee. We will insert one record and we will check in MySQL database whether the inserted row is there in the table or not. This is a small project. To start with, we can enhance for validity of each text field. The user should enter only integer value. We can have employee number as primary key so that no duplicate values can be entered in the table. We have inserted one record and you can see all the fields are now clear after entering the data. Now I am going to check in MySQL whether the record inserted or not, we have to give the password and use the database, which is in our case new underscore employees. Now we will execute the query. Select star from new employees and we can see all the records there in new employees table. As you can see, our data is inserted. Now we will check update query. We will change the data of a particular employee, and here we are changing the data. After entering the 4 datas, we have to click on update employee and the data will be updated in the backend. If you will try to insert blank records without any data, then it will give you message fill all the fields. Now we will check in the database whether the data is updated or not. For that we have to run the query, select star from new employees and you can see the data has been changed. Now we will try to delete one record. For that we have to give only employee number, and if you will press on delete record, delete employee, then the record will be deleted and we can see in the database by writing select star from new employees, the data is deleted. As you can see, search employee table is not showing properly. There is an error. We have not executed the query. For that we have to write cursor.execute st. Now search employee will also work properly. We will execute the program again to check whether search employee is working properly or not. If we will give employee number, all the rest 3 fields should filled automatically. As you can see, the 3 fields filled automatically. Now we can close the program. Hope this video is beneficial to you. Thanks for watching.